Hi everyone. I have a resurgence every once in a while. If you've been hanging around with me for a bit of time, you have already seen this, the compound effect. I talk about it all the time. If I have a new client that comes in, I ask them to read this book along with another. But this has been coming up for me a lot lately. I worked with some clients last week. We talked about the compound effect. This book, it's short, full of gems. Darren Hardy. I first read this book back when I was, when it came out. So when was that? 2010, I think. Let me just see here. 2010. I read this book. It has made such a difference for me, and I just love it because Darren tells stories about things and paints a picture instead of just giving you facts and figures and stuff that makes me fall asleep at night. So I highly recommend it, and there are always some quotes that I like to mention from it. One of them is this one: "The day you graduate from childhood to adulthood is the day you take full responsibility for your own life." And one of my biggest lessons has been realizing what I can control and what I can't control, and really working on the things that I can control and do something about. And then on page 30 in the book, he says, "You alone are responsible for what you do, don't do, or how you respond to what's done to you." So those are things that we can control. We can control what we do, what we don't do, and how we respond, right? So all of those things that's empowering, right? That's an empowering statement. So we have to stay focused on those things. And then, we have a much happier, better life and more success because we're not trying to rail against something that we have no control over, wasting our time and energy. I also love that he always talks about the formula for getting lucky, because many times we might hear like, oh, someone just got really lucky. And I know you've all heard this before, but we hear about this overnight sensation, and then we find out, they were overnight sensation after 30 years, right? We don't hear about all the hard work and the toil and everything else that went on to get them to the place where all of a sudden everything's clicking. But he says this is the formula for getting lucky. Preparation, something we can control, we can prepare. Personal growth is a big piece of this. Mindset, maybe skills you need, knowledge, education. So that's the first part, preparation, plus attitude. Again, something we can control. Attitude, belief, mindset, positivity, all of that. So preparation plus attitude plus opportunity, right? That's the thing that we cannot control. Opportunity is a good thing coming your way. However, you can do something to put yourself in places where you might be visible, or it might be visible to you. So there's an essence of that you can do something about, but opportunity will come your way. But because of preparation and attitude, and then plussing the opportunity, now you're getting closer if you do the last thing, plus take action. So you're prepared, you have a great attitude, the thing comes your way, you freeze up, you let it keep going, right? Elizabeth Gilbert talks about that concept in Big Magic, when, we say, oh, I had that great idea years ago, and now someone's doing it. That idea came to you. And you didn't do anything, you didn't take action, so it kept right on going to find the person who was going to actually do it. So that is real, by the way. Okay, so preparation plus attitude plus opportunity plus action equals luck. So we got to take action. When the thing comes to us, if we don't do anything, nothing happens. So that's the formula for luck. You can create your own luck. How awesome is that? You can be ready. So when luck shows up on your doorstep, you can grab it, right? When that opportunity, I should say, that might look like luck, but when the opportunity shows up on your doorstep. And then somebody said this: the more I practice, the luckier I get. So we can, that's the preparation part. We can get lucky by our own actions and thoughts and beliefs and preparation. The other thing, lastly, I want to say is my favorite quote that I have said a million times all the time in almost anything that I'm talking about. You can't improve what you don't measure. That's Darren Hardy. You can't improve what you don't measure. So if you're not setting goals for the week or a goal, anything, whatever, and then checking in on it, like I like to do that on Sundays. I learned that from Robin Sharma and Darren. On Sunday, take a look at the week that just happened, and that's measurement. What happened? How did it go? What went well? What didn't go so well? And what will I do differently moving forward? That's the measurement part. So then I'm measuring how I did, right? I might say I'm going to do such and such 7 times this week. So what do? Every day I keep track. Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? No, didn't do it. Did it? Did it? On Sunday, I look back. How many times did I do the thing I said I was going to? And how many times did I say I wanted to do it? That's my measurement. What got in the way? What stopped me from that one time that I missed? Is it something that I can be on the lookout for? Is it apt to happen again? What can I do differently to make sure that I hit every time next week? Instead of beating ourselves up and being mad that we didn't do it perfectly, we learn from the situation and decide how we're going to move forward. That and a bunch of other things there in my newsletter this week. I'm putting the PDF of the weekly rhythm register, which Darren talks about in the book, but it's little sized in the book, and I'm giving you a PDF you can print out that you can use. It's so simple. It's easy. Just use it as is. No need to recreate the wheel. But this is a way to measure the things that you say you want to do. I have clients who use it and they fill up every blank. I'm kind of that way too. No surprise, right? Fill out every blank. But I have some clients who've put 1 or 2 things. My kids have used the weekly rhythm register to keep track of what they wanted to do and keep on top of things. And they don't use it anymore. They used it for a length of time, and now they have these habits and tracking on their own. They don't need the form anymore, but it's a great way to start and to really keep track. And I've had clients who have been fantastic about tracking things every single week and totaling up and asking themselves these questions. So I hope that there will be something in here that you will grab onto. If you haven't read the book, definitely read it. Great stories, great information. Take something I said from this video and move forward with it. What does it mean for you as you move into August? How can you utilize a piece of this to make your life better, to reach your goals, to reach success by your own definition? Anyway, set the tone for a great month ahead, and I will talk to you soon. See you next week. Happy August.